What up, what up, what up? This is Mike the Philosopher here with another one from Support Court, y'all. Uh, I'm not going to hold you without further ado. Let's just go in.
All rise for support court with Judge Van B. Judge, this is case number JVB 20.
This brother always sound like he needs some Mucinex or something. He always sound like he got a stuffed up nose or something. This is Van B, like, like somebody get this brother some Kleenex or something. I don't know. Maybe it's just me or how I'm hearing him, but his brother is always the congested bailiff. It seems like. I don't know. Let's go in.
05 Campos case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay. Is it Miss or Mrs. Campos?
Mrs.
Miss, okay. You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, I'm bringing my son to court to see if I can get some assistance for his son, my grandson, Julian. He's 6 years old. Juan and Julian's mom were together up until about 3 years ago.
Okay.
Had a good life, beautiful home. They were set. Then one day he comes to me. I've never talked to her since she left him. She abandoned him. She abandoned the whole family, including the grandson. So he comes and he says, look, she's gone and whatever. Okay, I just need some help with Julian because she left him too. Well, of course I'm going to say yes, you know. At that time, it was just me and my husband. So Julian had his grandpa, he had me, and everything was fine. Well, last year, grandpa passed away.
I'm sorry about that.
Thank you. And things have gotten tougher because of that. So to the point where I came out of retirement, I'm Ubering when Julian's at school, and his life hasn't changed at all. He's still literally in the house that he was in when they were a family. And he doesn't visit, like, Julian's like detached from him because it's been 3 years that he'll come around.
I do see
you
him.
know.
I do see him.
Wait a minute, brother. Wait a minute, brother. First of all, what kind of is that a Mexican high top fade? Or is that like a Mexican kid in play? I don't know. Look, no hate. I'm just saying, it's a different hairstyle I have never seen before. It looked like he got a hair hat on. Anyway, why are you not going to see your son? Why are you not going to see your son? How is it that you still live in the same house and your mother has your son and you don't? One thing I really kind of respect about the Hispanic or Mexican community is that they ride hard for family. Okay. I did another show on paternity court where the black mother and father or the grandparents was holding their daughter's kids down too. So it's not just Mexican families, but Mexican families tend to go hard in the paint for the family, and I always respected that. But oftentimes, the real parents tend to slack off when that happens. It's almost like, oh, I got rid of that problem. Okay, yeah, mama got my son now. She raised me to be, all I can be. She'll do the same thing with my son. I ain't got to really worry about it. I'm gonna, keep living my life. Now, the female who did that in the other episode, I had no respect for her, and I called their parents enablers. I have a feeling I'm gonna be doing a repeat of that because this dude, I can tell already, ain't doing enough to take care of his son. But let me not prejudge. Let's go in. Let's hear the case.
And
I'll get to you shortly.
And
okay.
He
Sorry,
comes
Your Honor.
around, but I don't get any financial support. I don't see that his life has changed at all. And we had to move out of the house that me and my husband shared. And unfortunately, in this big city, the best place I could find is literally a 1-bedroom. So thank goodness Julian's small right now. He can sleep on the sofa without too much discomfort. I have the bedroom. And so when he comes over and visits, of course he can't stay because there's no place for him to stay. These are his words. He can't stay. And Julian he's just like some man that comes over because he comes over so rarely. What really ticked me off was a little bit back ago, he went and bought Julian some clothes. He also bought himself some clothes. But what my grandson had told me was that if he could have some shoes like Juan. And I said, what do you mean? He got you some new shoes? No, he said, we went to the mall, we got his clothes, his shoes, and then he stopped at Walmart on the way home and got Julian stuff. I guess because it's cheaper. I get it. I mean, for Julian, he's getting Walmart from me, he's getting Walmart from him.
But Julian was with him.
He was literally with him, and he took him, and I thought they were gonna, maybe things had changed with him, whatever.
If I could please explain, Your Honor.
You can
Okay.
after your mother is done.
Okay. Sorry, Mom.
And then since my husband's passing, I need to get medical insurance for him. Anytime, even to take him to the free clinic is not really free. I've still got to pay whatever the prescriptions are.
Free clinic is not free? Why do you have to take the boy to the free clinic? So many questions. Unless I'm missing something here, but dude, you took your son shopping and you probably bought yourself some Jordans, and you took him to what, Walmart, Payless? You got him some Air Wings, for real? You supposed to look, let me tell you the type of guy I am. Okay? When I had kids, I took the L. When I was married, I took the L. If there was going to be some saving of money, it was going to be on me. My kids were going to look nice. My wife was going to look nice. I always gave my wife the better car to drive. I took the jalopy. We didn't really have jalopies, but you know what I'm saying. The lesser of the two. And my kids always had the best clothes, better than mine. You're always supposed to uplift your family, especially your kids. And you're gonna send your kids to get some Pearl Wings while you rocking the latest Jordans. You crappy for that. Not only that, but I don't know if her ex-husband was his father, but irregardless, your stepfather or your father pass away, and you don't want to give your mother some money for your son. She got to get a job to do Uber in a 1-bedroom apartment, and you over there living in a house by yourself. What the French toast is going on here? I'm already disgusted by this dude. I almost don't blame the mother for leaving. There's no excuse for a mother to leave this situation. So I don't know why she left her kid and him, but it don't sound like he's much better either. So again, I sympathize with the little boy, just like I did in the last video. This is getting ridiculous. It's always the little boys that seem to be getting the short end of these sticks here. Anyway, let's go in.
And then the finances, you know, I mean, so I went and tried to get him some medical coverage, food stamps. Well, they tell me no, because with the Medicaid, they needed his information. They said that he's under child support. The mother has been paying the state child support all these years.
Okay, wait.
Wow.
So she's been paying child support to him?
Apparently so. I haven't seen one dime.
Yo, your jerk mode is on 1,000 right now, bruh. Your jerk mode is on 1,000. You've been getting paid child support and you ain't giving your mother that money. Your jerk is on 1,000, bruh. This is unacceptable. This is ridiculous. So you've been taking that money, been doing what some baby mamas have been doing, taking that money, spending it on yourself, and not providing for the kids. You're just as worse. You even worse because as a man, you're supposed to be a provider. Irregardless of a woman. The mama left and she's paying child support. Okay, so the roles were reversed a little bit. But you should be taking care of your son. First of all, if you're getting child support, why are you handing the child to your mother? I'm disgusted, y'all. Let's go in.
Okay. All right.
Look at him. He got the he got the necklace on. He got the hair hat. He think he flossing. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me shut up. Let's go in.
So Julian is under Medicaid.
I couldn't get him under Medicaid
Oh,
because
you couldn't get him
I
under-
couldn't. That's how I found out about the child support. When I asked him about it on the visit that he made to buy the clothes, he said that no, it's he doesn't get in it. He doesn't know where it's going to this and that. But I know Juan. There's that money. He knows what I'm talking about. You know, he knows he's getting it. But I'm not.
I'm gonna nickname him Juan the Con, okay? Because he conning his mother and his son. That's his new nickname, Juan the Con. Let's go in.
Getting it.
Okay. So you just want one to pay child support and you have the opportunity to get health insurance.
Well, according to them, yeah, health insurance, because I'm paying out of pocket these last 3 years, and I understood that they wouldn't even qualify him for Medicaid because, according to them, he's got medical coverage. But I don't know where that medical coverage is. I've
Under
been paying
mom.
the mom or him or somebody's got him covered, but I don't have the information that I need to go take him to the doctor.
I understand. I follow you. Well, is there anything else you want me to know? Because there is some information I need and you just don't have it, and hopefully Mr. Campos has it. Is there anything else you want me to know, or can I move over to him?
Yeah, I just want to know. I mean, like I tell you, he plays dumb, but I just can't believe that he's let me come out of pocket. You know, when Grandpa was around, it was easier. We could pay these things, but now it's serious that I can't even get him for a common cold without having to Uber almost 20. I mean, Uber doesn't pay anything, and my pension doesn't take care of it.
Okay, so let's move over to Mr. Campos. I'm not going to call you by your first name.
Okay.
Mr. Campos. Okay, so is it indeed a fact that you have been receiving child support from the mother of your son?
Yes, I have.
¿Ves? Que
Okay.
te dije.
And you didn't tell your mom?
No, I didn't feel the need to.
Okay, wait a minute.
People kill me, man. When money is involved, they don't feel the need to tell the other person. It was the same situation with the other video. The chick felt like, oh, I make $48,000. I didn't feel the need to tell my parents how much money I make because my name is on the check. He's saying the same thing. They both, they both on high jerk alert. Okay. But dealing with Juan here, it's even worse with a man because I can't even say that. It's worse no matter who you are. Okay. I'm not gonna show any bias towards women and give them a pass. But as a man, you are a provider, man. You're supposed to be taking care not only of your son, your immediate obligation, but of your mother. Are you serious? How big of a jerk can you be? And your father passed away and your mother got to do Uber now? It's taking everything in me to not reach through the screen and choke this dude, y'all. Anyway, let's go in.
Is it true that your son, your 6-year-old, has been living with your mom for 3 years?
Off and on, not totally all 3 years, off and on. I do.
What do you mean by off and on? Like on the weekend when you pick him up, or when you pick him up and go with?
I'm a promoter for a club, so I do need help, and I thought that was the agreement to go ahead and help me when I'm out of town, and I'm not, as she says, I do have the house, but I'm really there, and I do need help. He can't stay by himself in a house that big at 6 years old. I don't know. I know I couldn't, but.
Well, you'd agree.
I would say, okay, Grandma, give him back the kid. Give him back the kid. You be a babysitter, but you don't be a full-time mother and parent to the boy. Father got to do a promotion for a club or whatever he got to do. Let him handle his business. You can drop him off for a couple hours until you get done with your business. Then he go back home with you. You accepting the child support, you getting the child support, you still living in the same house that you were living in. So let him live in his original home and sleep in his original bed. Be a babysitter, don't be a parent, mama, grandma. Anyway, let's go in.
Agree with me that help means that you need to give her something, right?
And I do pay the health care, the $150. I do pay that.
Oh, wait a minute. So that's the missing link here. So you pay health insurance for your son already?
Yes, I pay the $150.
Why didn't you tell your mother that? Why haven't you given her a health insurance card? Why haven't you given her anything? That's not fair.
It's not, but I paid for it. I thought that was all I needed to do from my side. I didn't realize I needed to tell my mom everything.
What do you? It's not serving Julian.
Wait a minute, Mr. Compost. Who takes him to the doctor?
Well, I haven't recently.
Okay,
when she
so
helps
it's
me
fair
out.
to say that your mom probably does it, right?
Yes.
So wouldn't it logically follow that she needs an insurance card or the information?
Yes, and it's just that
So
I
you're letting your mom take your son to the doctor and they have to call you or something to verify his insurance? That just does not make any sense.
Your Honor, excuse me, they don't call him to verify. I didn't know this. Everything has come out of my pension or my Uber money, tips or whatever. I had no idea until I tried to file for these services that they said that Julian was getting child support. And I have told him, hey, I've got my son's phone number. I have told him, hey, this kid doesn't feel well, this is going on, that's going on. Even for physical, for him to play the T-ball. And
so you're paying
out right now.
She's literally paying out of pocket, but your son is covered under health insurance.
Yes.
So your mom is not only taking care of your son's medical needs, she's taking care of his daily needs. Mm-hmm. And you don't want to help her?
I do want to help her, and I thought she had all the help she needed. When Papa passed away, he left quite a bit of money for her, and I thought, it would help.
You just said keywords. He left quite a bit of money for her.
Yes.
Not for your son.
Yes.
Not for you.
Yes, and she keeps talking about going to Uber and such, but that's a pretty nice ring on her finger she has there. I don't know how many tips are needed.
Your dad got me years ago. This is not something I bought in the last 3 years.
Why does that matter?
Because she says she does Uber and such. I mean, if it's really that low,
Oh
wouldn't
my
she?
God, Mr. Compose.
What do you want her to do? Sell her wedding ring that Papa got her so she can feed your child? The ridiculousness is at an all-time high. You know, I hate to say, I don't. No, I take that back. I don't necessarily hate to say, but it's just sad that I have to say that it seemed like this generate either the millennials or the Z's or whatever. This entitlement, man, is, I don't know what happened to society. This entitlement is ridiculous. You expect your mama to get rid of her ring? Oh, that's a nice ring she got on there. You know, you can get a couple more meals out of that. Are you kidding? I'm not understanding. Somebody put it in the comments. What do y'all think? Maybe y'all can help me understand this. I don't understand this entitlement and I swear my generation was not entitled. My generation was not entitled. But these millennials and these Z's, man, I don't get it. You expect your mama to take your kid. You keep all the child support money, and she got to Uber and pawn her ring to take care of your problem. I don't want to call them a problem, but take care of your child. You don't even want to visit your kid, and when you do, you make sure you get the Jordans and he get the Pro Wings. Ridiculousness is at an all-time high. Let's go back in.
No.
Okay.
You
Sorry, Your
obviously
Honor.
came here to waste my time. What kind of club promoter are you?
Right.
Well, I'm sure you've seen me around. Probably.
No, I haven't. You don't look familiar at all, but you're looking real unfamiliar right now. I can't even tell this is your mother right now.
This is my mother. I love her
Well,
dearly.
I can't tell. You're not paying your mother. You're not helping your mother. She helped you. But I don't believe that she intended to help you for life. I don't believe she intended to raise your son. I mean, she raised you.
Yes.
She's a grandmother, for crying out loud.
Yes.
Your Honor, when my husband passed away, and since he lives alone in this big house, I told him we were gonna have to move to a one-bedroom apartment, or we could come stay with him. I'd have my private room, Julian have his private room, and he would have his private room.
Yeah, so what's the deal with that? You're okay with your mother in this one bedroom. Why can't she stay in the big house?
Well,
Inconvenience, he said. It would be very inconvenient.
How big is this house?
She's
How many
mixing up
bedrooms
my
we're
words.
talking?
Maybe 800 square feet most, maybe 2-bedroom, half closet. It's not as
800
big as
square
she's
feet.
It's not.
It's not as big as she's saying. It's
My apartment is 800 square
And
feet.
you're describing a room in the house that's 800 square feet?
I may have my math wrong a little bit. It's not that big as she's saying. It's really not.
How big is this house? How many
It's
bedrooms?
in the nice houses in Plano, so you can imagine. It's not I mean, it's a nice house.
Okay.
Because him and Julian's mom both do this promoting thing.
Oh,
And
okay.
they can
But
do
she
it
just
from
took
everywhere.
off.
So they're
I no
yeah,
longer
but
see
she,
her.
she
I
left.
no longer see her.
But she was making good money like he makes. I don't know to the penny what he makes, but they were living very, very comfortably. And but he started this since Julian was born, the free babysitting. That a grandmother that loves her kids shouldn't have to be paid and this and that. I never asked him for a dime. I didn't need to. But since becoming a widow.
Let me ask you a question. I'm sorry to stop it right there, but say, for instance, there is a job, in on the internet or whatever, looking for a promoter. Promoters wanted. Is one of the qualifications you have to be a selfish asshole in order to be a promoter? I don't understand why the mother left. I don't understand how the father is acting. They both seem hyper selfish in how they are moving, especially with their own flesh and blood. But to be a promoter, do you have to be, your selfish has to be on 10? I don't understand. Is this just a common trait they both have? Is that how they connected? Is that why they, separated? Because their selfishness was getting in the way? Is that why they don't want to be parents? Is because their selfishness is getting in the way? Do you have to be a selfish prick in order to be a promoter? I'm just wondering, because I've never been a promoter. I don't know what the qualifications is, but it seems like that's a common trait going on right now. Y'all let me know in the comments. Let's go back.
It's become critical.
Okay. All right, Mr. Compost, how much money do you make a year?
48,000.
Really?
Yes.
You make $48,000 a year and you live in this big house in Plano?
Well, then that's where all the money.
Club promoting?
That's where all the money goes to the house to make sure it's, I have so many members
Plus
in
the
the house.
child support. They didn't give me the amount because I'm not on the case, right? But who knows how much she's paying?
How much do you receive in child support? Because if she makes that kind of money,
Just $1,000, and that's in that
Just
40.
a grand?
You know how much that would have
everybody
helped?
does not receive just a grand.
Yeah.
Everybody don't receive that.
Well, and that's why I paid for the 150.
You came here to waste my time. What is it? What is the amount? So you pay yourself $48,000. You pay yourself that, right?
No, it's from jobs that I try and.
How much is your rent, Mr. Compost, or do you pay a mortgage?
No, rent a month is about a grand 500.
Okay, so $1,500 in rent. What's your other
Living it
expenses
up.
look like?
Your Honor, he doesn't rent. They did a big, huge housewarming party. That is his home. Him and her bought that home. It's not a rent.
So you really are wasting my time.
I am renting it. I'm not sure where she's getting that from.
They had a huge, and as families talk, and we're gonna try to pay off the house early, and we're gonna try to even upgrade, but they didn't stay together.
So wait a minute, you closed on this house.
Oh yeah.
I may
Okay,
have
so you
fogged
own
up the
it.
details a little bit as it was a heartbreak.
Lying under
I don't
oath.
want to
it's
go
a deed
into
in
it
that
as much
folder
as
over there. You have a deed.
a deed.
Yeah.
Yes, I do, but it's
Okay,
just
so you own the Miss Compost. You own the home.
It's-
Do not come in here and waste my time.
the details have just been foggy since.
You've been getting over on your mother. That's not gonna work
Mm-hmm.
on me. Okay. I was not born yesterday.
Okay.
All right. So let me tell you what we're going to do.
Give her the whole $1,000. I haven't seen this before. I don't know what the judge is going to do. But get a mama the whole 1,000. Okay? You've been living high off the hog. You only paid 500 and you're getting 1,000 from the mother. And if it's 1,500, you only have to come up with 500 of that. So the rest of your money is yours to buy Jordans with. And, get a necklace and trim up your hair hat. So you've been living large Meanwhile, your son is going without. Your mother is struggling. And you look like a complete jerk. Let's see how much the judge is going to give the mother. Let's go.
We are going to have the child support that you received, that $1,000. We're going to send it over to your mom.
Yeah.
Your Honor, if there's any way we can.
Yeah, hold on. I'm not finished. And I know you want to hear this. That's just mom's portion. You're going to pay too. So mom is going to be getting what? About, let's see, you said 40. Now I'm going to take your word for it. I'm going to take your word for it at that $48,000. All right?
Okay.
And you said $150 in health insurance?
Yes.
All right. So your gross comes out to $3,900. That brings your net to $3,280.28. And how many children do you have?
Just the one.
Just how many?
Just the one.
Just the one child?
Yes, just Julian.
All right. All right. So 20% of that brings your child support to $656. And that's giving you credit for the health insurance. So you have to continue paying that health insurance of $150. Child support to grandma is going to be $656, as well as the reallocation of the $1,000 that you receive from mom going to grandmother. So grandmother's amount in child support monthly is $1,656, which $656 belongs to you. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Grandma, did you understand?
Okay, here's a part that I'm a bit confused about, but I understand what the judge is doing. Never have I recall both parents paying child support for the same child. I never ran into a situation where both the mama and the daddy is paying support for a child. I don't know. I guess if you got two parents who are not willing to take care of the kid, I guess they both should be paying child support, but I can't recall a situation where both parents were paying for the same child. So this is kind of new to me. Again, I don't know if this is a skit or if this is real. I don't know. I react as if it's real. But if y'all have heard of a situation like that, put it in the comments. I would be interested to know if you've seen that before. Have you ever seen both the mama and the daddy paying child support for one child to anybody? I'd be interested to know that. Let me know your experience with that. That would be cool. But let me tell you what I think is going to end up happening. Dad is going to take his son back. He's going to move back in the house with his dad, and his dad is going to raise his son. And grandma is going to be that babysitter that he's going to pay. That is what is going to happen. As long as as soon as this kicks in and he sees the money he's losing, he is going to say, you know what, Mom? I think I can take this. I think I can take my son back. You know, he already has a room here. You know, he already is. This is his home. So I'm gonna get my son back, and we're gonna reverse this whole child support thing. And thank you for everything. I'll pay you to babysit every now and then, but I think I got it. I think I got it. That's what's going to end up happening. Let me know if y'all think the same thing. Let's go back in.
Understand what I said?
I did understand. He's the only one thinking that I'm a fool. Now I understand why he didn't tell me about that medical coverage, because he would have known that I knew enough. I retired from the state. He knew that I would have known enough. Well, if you've got insurance, the card's probably got the mom's name under, whoever it comes under for Julian. And I would have put two and two together and figured there's some child support following that too. But I just didn't think that he would sink that low. But I, again, didn't think he'd be taking Julian to Walmart after he goes mall shopping either.
Yeah, and what's that about, real quick?
Well,
real quick.
He's 6 years old. If I get him some 11s, he's gonna mess him up in a day or so.
Okay, I
you know?
said real quick. That was too long. That doesn't even make sense what you just said.
Okay.
You can wear 11s, but your son can't. Shame on you. Do better, Mr. Compost.
Yes,
You know,
Your
I
Honor.
just noticed, I asked him for a confirmation necklace because Julian is fixing to make his first Holy Communion. And he's got that big, huge thing. I bet you it's not even fake, that necklace. And he said, oh, I just can't. I can't do it. I can't afford it. I can't, and I knew that his mortgage was not $500 because I thought, well, then I should move to Plano to the big houses because apparently they're giving them away over there. But with that money that you're saying that we're eligible for, we wouldn't have had to sell the home that me and your dad lived our whole lives in, that we raised you in. Had you just done that, I could still be in that home that I cherished so much. And you knew that I loved that home.
Well, if you manage your money right, then maybe you still would have the home.
Mr. Compost, shame on you.
I'm sorry.
Shame on you.
Are you kidding me right now? Obviously, I haven't seen this before. I'm appalled. Your mama lost the house. You watched that happen, and then you got the nerve to turn around and said, maybe if you managed your money right. I want to reach through the screen and smack the shit out of it. I swear, man. I do. I ain't gonna even front. I want to smack this dude so bad for putting... They had to sell a house to take care of your son. They had to sell a house. If she would have been getting money, she wouldn't have had to sell a house. She wouldn't have lost the house. Listen, I'm gonna be just as rough on the dudes as I am on the women. Okay, even rougher on the men. This dude is so far out of order. It's ridiculous. Let me say this too. I love Judge Vonda B. Okay. I think she is fair. I think she is non-biased. I think she has excellent judge of character. I think that she is an awesome judge. Now, for all intents and purposes, she may be a arbitrator instead of a real judge. Ain't nothing wrong with that. A lot of TV personalities are really just arbitrators. There's a difference between the arbitrator and the judge. Irregardless, I think she's more of an arbitrator. But irregardless, I love how she moves. I can't, and this is me being honest, I don't think I've seen a more fair judge, including with the men, as I have with Vonda B. So shout out to Judge Vonda B. You are stellar in my eyes. Anyway, let's go back.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. And I need this for my promoting this.
And
just
I
for her
need
to
you to
mention.
do better. How about that?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's what I need you to do.
Yes,
I need
Your
you to
Honor.
do right by your mother. I'm not here to counsel you or anything like that, but to hear that she had to sell the family home, that's kind of heartbreaking. That is. You can only imagine the memories that are gone, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
So I need you to do better. And until then, I need you to keep working so your mom can get this $656, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Is there anything further?
No, ma'am.
All right. Is there anything further,
No, ma'am.
Mrs. Compost? Okay. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Let's hope that this guy is still selfish and he don't want to get his son back, and he is paying that $1,600 to his mother, and his mother is living a whole better lifestyle with the son, and she do get the health care card to help take care of the son and do the nurturing and the great grandma work that she doing. Shout out to the grandma. Shout out to his mother. Awesome woman. Laying it all out on the line. Like I say, culturally, they go hard in the paint for family. She lost her husband, so, it's probably comforting for her to have somebody else in the house with her, and that's her grandson. So it's a bit rewarding for her too, which is probably why she's willing to continue and do it because she probably wants the company of family with her still, which is understandable. Her son, trash. Sorry to say. The dude is trash. I'm not sorry to say. Everybody see he's trash. For treating his son like that, for treating his mother like that, for treating their home like that, I mean, I'm sure his father will be disappointed that his son allowed his wife to lose the house that they raised him in. It's ridiculous. I would like to see what y'all think about this. And let me say this too. I'm gonna allow all comments, okay? Go as hard in the paint with this dude as you want, or give me a reasonable explanation for his ways. I'd like to see whatever kind of way you come in. I'm gonna allow any kind of comment. Hit the like, share, and subscribe. All right, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.
But with that money that you're saying that we're eligible for, we wouldn't have had to sell the home that me and your dad lived our whole lives in, that we raised you in. Had you just done that, I could still be in that home that I cherished so much. And you knew that I loved that home.
Well, if you manage your money right, then maybe you still would have the
Mr.
home.
Compost, shame on you.